Breaking news out of Major League Baseball. The Cincinnati Reds did not give up a hit in 8 innings and still lost 1-0 to the Pittsburgh Pirates on Sunday afternoon. As you check out the final out here, rookie Hunter Greene for the Reds went 7 1/3 without giving up a hit, but he walked 2 batters in the 8th before getting pulled. Then reliever Art Warren walked another, and Pittsburgh's Key Brian Hayes drove in the game's only run with an RBI groundout. And the Pirates celebrated a 1-0 win, the 6th time in modern history that a team has won a game without a hit, and the first since the Dodgers did it back in 2008. As you take a look at the box score, so Hunter Greene gets tagged with the loss despite not giving up a hit in the game. The Reds falling to 9-26. Pirates improved to 15-19 without a hit on Sunday. All right, for more on an occurrence that, we've not seen very often, you heard it there, Jim. Let's bring in the former MLB executive, our baseball analyst, Jim Bowden. Jim, how does this even get recorded in the record books?
Well, it just gets recorded as a loss to the Reds, which is just typical of their season. But Hunter Greene was just historically great in this ball game. Unfortunately, his control didn't match his stuff, and that was the problem in the game. He departed after 118 pitches, Jeremy. And look, I think the manager, David Bell, did the right thing by taking him out of the game. The stuff was nasty. His fastball, a high 90s. He hit triple digits. The slider was nasty. The changeup was effective in this game. 7 1/3 innings, no hit ball. But at 118 pitches, it's time to go. And if you look at the Reds organization over the last 5 years, only Leo Castillo has thrown more pitches in a game, and he threw 119 pitches in that game. So they've never had anyone in the last 5 years throw 120 pitches. So David Bell did the right thing. And I think when we look at Hunter Greene, we see a guy that has the stuff to be a #1 starter. And you saw his brilliance in this game, but you also saw what he has to improve on in order to live up to that potential. And that is the control and the command of his pitches. The command was good today. He didn't miss a lot in the middle of the plate, but he just couldn't keep it in the strike zone enough. Otherwise, what we almost saw, Jeremy, was something we haven't seen since 1973. We almost saw 2 rookie pitchers throw a no-hitter in the same year. Reed Detmers last week did it with the Angels, and in 1973, it was Jim Bibby and Steve Busby that did it. So we almost got there, but unfortunately, we were 8 outs away.
As you mentioned, Greene, the control is something that obviously needs to work on, but a 7.62 ERA coming into this game. So obviously, it's been struggles at times for him. But if you're his manager, what are you telling him after a performance like this?
You congratulate him on the great stuff you have, and you sit down with him and you say, look, the reason you're not getting to that next level is command and control. Why is your ERA so high? The home runs you've given up. Why have you given up the home runs? Because you haven't had the command. Balls are in the middle of the plate. And, in one game, he gave up 5 home runs because of that. And in this game, he showed that his stuff is in the ballpark of Scherzer and Cole and the other great pitchers. But what's not there yet is control and command of the pitches. So all he's got to do is continue to refine that and work at it. I think he's going to get there. I think he's going to end up 2 or 3 years from now being a Cy Young candidate. He's got that good of stuff. But you don't get there at the big league level, at least, until the command and control arrive, and that's not quite there for him yet. And that's the only reason why he didn't get a no-hitter on this Sunday.
Well, and the Reds have 17 no-hitters in their history, and the last no-hitter for them came from Wade Miley 373 days ago. So we were all kind of hoping that Hunter Greene would get the no-hitter here and record it, and then you'd get basically 2 no-hitters for the Reds in just over a year. So, Jim, we had a league record 9 no-hitters in 2021. Based on what we're seeing so far this season, do you even think that we're going to get close to that?
I don't think we'll get close to it, but I think you're going to get 5 or 6 before this is all said and done. I think that the one thing we do know is that there is drag on the ball this year. So I think, the possibility is always there. I think it's been impressive, the teams that have thrown it. Detmer's no-hitter was bizarre because it was like 2 strikeouts and not your normal no-hitter. So we know that we can't even control these things, but last year was such an abnormality that the algorithms would argue that it's highly unlikely we get there again. But we'll get 5 or 6 of them.
He is our MLB executive, Jim Bowden, discussing how the Pirates managed to get a win without a hit on Sunday. A rare occurrence in the majors, hasn't been done since 2008. Good to see you, Jim. Thanks for hopping on with us. And I mean, the Pirates, the latest team to win a game without recording a hit. It has happened before. The Dodgers back in 2008, just mentioned that. Cleveland did it in 1992. White Sox did it in 90, and then you have to go all the way back to the 60s. The Tigers and Reds both did it in the month of April in 67 and 64.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.